Hey guys, Bad Infos here, and these are the 10 best cutscenes in GTA IV The Lost and Damned. It goes without saying, but I'll mention it anyway. This is all my opinion, and if you disagree with my list, then let me know what your list looks like. I would really love to know. So without further ado, let's begin with the cutscenes. The final cutscene in the game from the mission Get Lost for Mr. Stubbs. We're starting off on a sad note, but it's a sad game, so that's normal. In the whole game we suffered a lot. Not only Johnny, but his brothers too. They were tortured, shot at, and hit left and right. Johnny lost some of his best friends, Jim and Jason to mention a few. Well, this cutscene shows how far the gang has gone. After all the betrayal, the important people alive are together and forever will be. It shows the true friendship these people share and how they will be together forever.
Go ahead. Let's put this place out of its misery.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Come on, man, let's get out of here.
It began how it started, Angus being pushed down the stairs out of the well-established clubhouse. Well, here we can see what happens when one maniac, Billy of course, can do to a whole gang. It's trashed, burned and lost. It's a great and sad ending to such a tragic story. The cutscene you get after stealing the bus in the mission off-road for Mr. Stubbs. Like I said, this is a tragic game. For the majority of it you see Johnny angry or sad. Very rarely does he lighten up. Well, here it's a complete change of character. He laughs and cracks a joke.
That's intense. Alright, since we've all eaten, we've got a new destination, people.
He is not one to seek violence, he even actively avoids it. But when it comes to police officers or lawyers getting hurt, he's all in. He rescues the prisoners, gets on the bus, and the guy straight up starts eating an officer.
You're the best tasting thing I've had since I got locked up.
Johnny, myself included, are very impressed with what just happened. I mean, just look at that smirk. Yep, treasure this moment because you almost never see him smile. End of chapter for Jim. But oh no, not the opening cutscene, and it's a pretty good opening, but no. I'm talking about the confrontation with Brian, the biggest crybaby in the whole GTA universe. What, a bigger baby than Giovanni Casa in LCS? Wait, how is this even possible? Well, take a look for yourselves. Proof enough for you, Brian has always been a pain in the behind, always kissing Billy's derriere, and of course acting like a child. He was an annoying cockroach and he died like one. If all other cutscenes in the past didn't make me hate him, this one surely did.
You're so predictable, Johnny Little Dicklewitz!
What a baby!
How can one puny shell of a human being convince so many of Johnny's brothers to go with him? I would never understand. I would not follow him even if he was the last boss on Earth. It's war for Billy. Have I mentioned how much I adore Billy's voice acting skills? He truly is a master of the art. He knows when to laugh, when to be serious and pause for suspense. All that is present here. He is so well spoken that he even teaches a top lawyer at Shyster how to speak properly.
Word, man, Dave, word. That was, you should know that.
The cutscene starts off with a few language lessons, a smoke and a few laughs.
I put some mescaline in with the weed, Dave. So I'd be very careful if I were you.
And man, what kind of a laugh was that? It's like a demon-possessed Billy or something. I guess I should call him Frogly from now on. Anyway, after Johnny joins in and tells Dave to
Fuck off for a second.
the conversation gets a bit heated. Both of them have different views on how to operate. Johnny doesn't want high-profile people such as Dave, tries to avoid confrontation with the Angels of Death, and Billy is the complete opposite. Johnny, being a good soldier, obeys and doesn't push the topic further. And honestly, how could he? Everyone follows Billy. He can't just disobey him. The little talk they had was needed to show him how his reign of terror is not very liked by everyone. The final cutscene in the mission, Liberty City Choppers for Jim. After pulling up a very successful and bloody heist of several bikes, we park the big truck in a small alley and are ready to head back home and call it a day. While here is where things get heated up when the GTA IV equivalent of Tenpenny and Pulaski show up. I'm serious here, it's like they got pulled out of San Andreas and placed here. Two scumbag, corrupt cops who want to put dirt on me and my buddy here. They don't care about my well-being at all. They don't care if we die or get locked up, but most importantly, they hurt my bike. And that's unforgettable.
She'll be begging us for another fucking interrogation in no fucking time.
Oh! We've been watching the Angels of Death shit, birds.
That's right, we saw the whole thing, you fucking jerk-offs.
I could get shot at. Our friends could get murdered in front of my face. My girlfriend Ashley could become a drug whore. But nobody hurts my bike. That's exactly what Johnny was thinking here. They really outdid themselves here though, first sitting on a bike, making it smell like bacon and donuts, and then pushing the other one to the ground. Sadly, nothing could be done against them, because they're cops, they're so full of themselves, and someone needs to stop them so their reign of terror of bike murder could stop once and for all. Diamonds in the rough for Ray Bocino. The very famous diamond story in GTA IV. We saw how they got into Liberty City, we carried them around in dumpsters as Nico, we even exchanged money for them as Luis. Well, this cutscene, even Johnny gets introduced to them. At first, when he arrives at the cafe, he meets his one true love, Ashley. She is really messed up, and that's shown very well here. She shakes uncontrollably, speaks fast, and doesn't even know what she's saying half the time.
He's a friend, and he's been real good to me, and we need you to do this for us, all right?
Many of the Ashley cutscenes are emotional, even this one. It shows how drugs can ruin somebody. Even with that said though, I find the opening funny and interesting. Then Johnny gets inside and has the diamond talk with Ray. Ray, being a very well-known scumbag, puts Johnny off for a second. But after he hears about the 2 million, his interest peaks.
You go do this job, you get yourself some real money, you can buy yourself some real friends.
Yeah, I should do that.
We get a nice introduction to the whole deal, and we're on our way. Roman's holiday for Ashley. Sure, I could have picked the opening cutscene for this spot. It's scary and makes me worry about Ashley's well-being. I could have also picked the last one, in which we see Roman being literally scared shitless when being held by the Russian gangster. But no, in my opinion, the number 4 spot goes to the cutscene which plays when Roman is kidnapped. Firstly, it shows how intimidating Mauk can be. We've seen him before as the funny guy riding these expensive hot imports he calls bikes. Well, here he's actually scary and really intimidating.
Hey, man, how you doing?
I would also shit my pants if he took me into his car. And obviously the reason why I picked this one is because Roman Bellic is here. Yes, the same Roman Bellic who is also Nico's cousin. It's fascinating how two people can work together and do jobs involving so much money, and then in a bit one kidnaps his associate's cousin without even knowing it. I love how the story is laid out here. The scream of terror is also a nice touch here.
No! Wait!
Get in there!
Somebody!
Shut up!
I always love how Roman gets nervous and scared. These screams of help would not help you here, Romy boy. Nobody would want to step between Johnny and Milk. Politics for Mr. Stubbs. I wanna start by saying that I did not place this cutscene so high up in the list because I like penis or something, and trust me, the penis is everywhere, but because this is something completely unique which we have not seen before. Just watch my top 10 cutscene videos from before. I have one in each GTA game and we never saw nudity. Sure, there was suggestive nudity in GTA Vice City in one of the film studio missions, but nothing like this. Rockstar Games really took a risk with this one. This is a ballsy step on their part, and it really paid off well. Now obviously I will not show you the big floppy penis here because I follow the rules and you really don't need to see it.
Don't be pathetic.
And no secrets here, pal.
The first time I saw it, I had no idea it was in the game. I saw it and immediately my eyes widened in surprise. I did not even hear what the hell they said. I was just trying not to look down there. It was so bad in fact that I stopped and restarted the mission. Not looking at the screen helped me know what was going on. Anyway, that's not the only reason why it's so high up here. The cutscene, I mean, not the penis.
Well, I think they could fix that with surgery these days, you know.
It's because of the opening. We see a fine establishment, probably filled with very rich and sophisticated people. And then there is Johnny, a smelly biker bro, stuck in the 80s.
Under this ravaged, drug-addled exterior lies the heart of a reactionary prick, so I thought I'd fit right in here.
Acting like himself, he pulls a few jokes and makes fun of Levis, who, props to him for keeping his cool through all of that. He's a bit incompetent too, honestly, not leaving after introducing Johnny to Stubbs, but still, he's a nice character and I like him, at least he has clothes on. The interrogation cutscene at the beginning of the game. Sure, here I could have picked the wonderful and cinematic opening of the game, where we see our brothers and Nico Bellic. I could have also picked the one in which Billy screams like a baby about his bike.
Get my bike!
But no, this right here is the best opening you can get. If you say torture cutscene in The Lost and Damned, what do you immediately think of? The one in Was It Worth It, right? Where Jim gets tortured? Well, sure, that one was hardcore and scary, I guess, but I'm different. For me, the true torture is here. Can you imagine biting a spinning tire with your teeth? That would probably cost the guy like $5,000 on dental repair alone, not mentioning therapy and probably bodyguard support.
Please, please! No!
On top of that, he also gets a big ass hammer to the face.
Thank you!
Yeah, the same face which bit a tire a few seconds ago. This made me sick. But that's what a cutscene should make you feel. You should feel sympathy and feel the pain of a fictional character. GTA IV is very good at this, and The Lost and Damned is no exception. Martha, full of grace for Elizabeta. This is the funniest cutscene in what is otherwise a very sad and tragic game. It helps to break the ice, and man oh man does it do it perfectly. This is very true for me, the funniest cutscene almost always takes the #1 spot. And honestly, how can they not? It's one of the most memorable ones in this game. It starts off with paranoid Elizabeta talking on the phone. We almost never see her like this, being worried about her well-being. She is so afraid that she almost shot Johnny. Then we get this unneeded remark.
Hey, don't worry about my friend Johnny, huh? He's ugly, but he don't bite.
Sure, Liz, I'll give you that, uncalled for but really funny. But forget about that for a second. Now we see quite possibly the best side character in the game, Andreas! I swear, every time he opens his mouth, it makes me giggle. Just listen to this conversation.
Andreas!
Hey!
Why do I pay you to protect me when you don't do nothing?
I was in the kitchen, I was doing the thing.
I don't want no fucking excuses! Get the fuck back in the kitchen!
Pero, okay, está bien. Okay, está bien.
Jesus!
Yep, Andreas was as confused as I am. She wants him not to waste time in the kitchen, and then she orders him to get back in the kitchen. Liz, are you okay? Oh, but wait. It does not end there. Here we learn a lot about Elizabeta's history, like how she was married several times, how she got her reputation, and what she did to a very terrible person in the past. I was craving for more backstory about Elizabeta after playing GTA IV, and I'm very glad I got that here. But wait, we are not done yet. Andreas pops up again with most likely the funniest quote in the game.
Andreas!
Sí.
You fucking missed a spot!
I miss a spot, no.
Come fluff these pillows and get that spot off my couch!
Enough said, this is truly the best cutscene, nothing else can beat it. And those are the 10 best cutscenes in GTA IV The Lost and Damned in my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion, which ones do you like the most? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, a dislike is fine too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next top 10 video.